down in the park. Going to give you some prayers you can write. While the girl gives me a greasy, he thinks she's fucking top shit. She needs Jesus. He feeds the birds, as I keep telling people. We're all in God's image, and I'm sick of people looking at me, I don't deserve this. You're in God's image. Everyone should love each other equally. You're not better than anybody else. Stop thinking you are. You're made in God's image. Every single person is made in God's image. So these people can get their heads out of their asses. Stop thinking that they're better than everybody else. When they see them birds flying around, yeah, we don't feed them. God feeds them. But they don't want to see that because they want to ignore God. Well, they're going to meet him. Every knee will bow and every tongue will confess. Well, they look at me like a piece of shit. And I'm like, yeah, well, I know I'm with the Father because I know he feeds these birds. So I follow his commands and I don't go, oh, there's no God. When I'm like, yeah, there's a God. There's a God. These people just don't want to take accountability. Whereas I know I'm not perfect. I know I've sinned, so I look for God for, help and guidance, and I don't have my head up my ass. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. But I will call them out. Because, as I've said, my mum was a junkie, went to jail when I was 9, stabbed a lady. That's why I've never gone, oh, women are innocent. No. 2 women fighting, stabbed. My mum went to jail, never grew up with her. My dad was a Rolling Stone. He was just as bad. So it's not males and females. It's good versus bad. It's got nothing to do with your sex. So both my parents were pieces of garbage, and I've had to work out life for myself. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I'll follow God. He feeds the birds. He has a bit more respect and compassion and love for people, not going, I deserve this, I deserve that. No, you don't. You're all sinners. Every single person is a sinner, and we need Jesus, and you need to have a bit more humbleness. I was like, oh, you don't do this, yeah? I worked for the Red Cross, and I was in the army, and I got medically discharged. What have you done in life? So don't come at me with, oh, this, that. You just work for yourself. All you do is care about yourself, not other people. So don't come at me with your crap. Okay, a prayer for the beginning of the day. O Lord, grant me to greet the coming of the day in peace. Help me in all things to rely upon your holy will in every hour of every day. God bless. O Lord, grant me to greet the coming. See? Hello, ignorant. O Lord, grant me to greet the coming of the day in peace. Help me in all things to rely upon your holy will. In every hour of the day, reveal your will to me. Bless my dealings with all who surround me. Teach me to treat all that comes to me throughout the day with peace of soul and with firm conviction that you will govern all. And all my deeds and words guide my thoughts and feelings and unforeseen events. Let me not forget that all are sent by you. Teach me to act firmly and wisely without embettering or embarrassing others. Give me strength to bear the fatigue of the coming day with all that is shall bring. Direct my will. Teach me to pray and yourself pray in me. Amen. That's a pray from the Orthodox Bible. Like, they have a lot of things to teach you that can help you pray. It's not you have to do it like a ritual. It's like giving you guidelines to how to pray and thoughts to put into your prayers, you've got the intercessory prayers. Like the Orthodox and Catholics have been doing this for the beginning of time, man. Just trying to help people in their way to follow God. I mean, I'm no Dominion. I'm not Orthodox or Catholic, but I respect both of them. Because if it wasn't for them, there would be no Christianity. Without the Orthodox and Catholics, there would be no Christianity. So all the Protestants walking around, like, I have respect for you too, but do not go at the Catholics and Orthodox. If it wasn't for them, there would not be Christianity. They fought for it in the Crusades. It was the Orthodox and Catholics who fought to keep Christianity alive, man. So have a bit of respect, man, for the people who gave their lives for us, especially the Catholics, man. In Malta, the crusade in Malta that stopped the Islam invasion. God bless them, man. That's history that Christians should know about. Now, what could I go? Bit of Psalms, eh? How about we read Psalms 1:19, walk in God's way. Blessed are the undefiled in the way who walk in the law of the Lord. Blessed are they that keep his testimonies and that seek him with the whole heart. They also do not iniquity, they walk in his ways. Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precepts diligently. Oh, that my ways were directed to keep thy statutes. Then shall I not be ashamed when I have respected unto all thy commandments. I will praise thee with uprightness of heart when I shall have learned thy righteousness of judgment. I will keep thy statutes, O forsake me not utterly. Beth. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way, by taking heed thereunto according to thy word. With my whole heart have I sought thee. O let me not wander from thy commandments. Thy word have I hid in my heart, that I might not sin against thee. Blessed art thou, O Lord, teach me thy statutes. With my lips have I declared all thy judgments of thy mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of thy testimonies as much as in all riches. I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways. I will delight myself in thy statutes. I will not forget thy word. Gimel. Deal bountifully with thy servant, that I may live and keep thy word. Open thy mine eyes, that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law. I am a stranger in the earth. Hide not thy commandments from me. My soul breaketh for the longing that it hath unto thy judgments at all times. Thou hast rebuked the proud, they are cursed, which do err from thy commandments. Remove from me reproach and contempt, for I have kept thy testimonies. Princes also did sit and speak against me, but thy servant did meditate in thy statutes. Thy testimonies also are my delight and my counsellors. Daleth. My soul cleaveth unto the dust. Quicken thou me according to thy word. I have declared my ways, and thou heartest me. Teach me thy statutes. Make me to understand thy way of thy precepts. Make me to understand thy way of thy precepts. So shall I talk of thy wondrous works. My soul melteth for heaviness. Strengthen thou me according unto thy word. Remove from me thy way of lying, and grant me thy lie graciously. I have chosen the way of truth. Thy judgments have I laid before me. I have stuck unto thy testimonies, O Lord. Put me not to shame. I will run the way of thy commandments, when thou shalt enlarge my heart. Teach me, O Lord, the way of thy statutes, and I shall keep it unto the end. Give me understanding, and I shall keep thy law. Yea, I shall observe it with my whole heart. Make me to go in the path of thy commandments, for therein do I delight. Incline my heart unto thy testimonies, and not to covetous. Turn away mine eyes from beholding vanity, and quicken thou me in thy way. Establish thy word unto thy servant, who is devoted to thee fear. Turn away my reproach, which I fear, for thy judgments are good. Behold, I have longed after thy precepts. Quicken me in thy righteousness. Va. Let thy mercies come also unto me, O Lord, even thy salvation, according to thy word. Shall I have wherewith to answer him that reproacheth me, for I trust in thy word? And take not the word of truth utterly out of my mouth, for I have hoped in thy judgments. So shall I keep thy law continually forever and ever, and I walk at liberty, for I seek thy precepts. I will speak of thy testimonies also before kings, and will not be ashamed. And I will delight myself in thy commandments, which I have loved. My hands also will I lift up unto the commandments which I have loved, and I will meditate in thy statutes. Zane. Remember the word unto thy servants, upon which thou hast caused me to hope. This is my comfort in my affliction, for thy word hath quickened me. The proud have had me greatly in derision, yet have I not declined from the law. I remembered thy judgments of old, O Lord, and have comforted myself. Horror hath taken hold upon me because of the wicked that forsake thy law. Thy statutes have been my songs in the house of my pilgrimage. I have remembered thy name, O Lord, in the night and have kept the law. This I had because I kept the precepts. Chess. Thou art my portion, O Lord. I have said that I would keep thy words. I entreated thy favour with my whole heart, my merciful unto my according to thy word. I thought on my ways and turned my feet unto thy testimonies. I made haste and delayed not to keep the commandments. The bands of the wicked have robbed me, but I have not forgotten the law. At midnight I will rise to give thanks unto thee because of thy righteous judgments. I am a companion of all them that fear thee and of them that keep thy precepts. The earth, O Lord, is full of thy mercy. Teach me thy statutes. Teth, thou hast dealt well with thy servant, O Lord, according unto thy word. Teach me good judgments and knowledge, for I have believed thy commandments. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now have I kept thy word. Thou art good and doest good. Teach me thy statutes. The proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with my whole heart. Their heart is as fat as grease, but I delight in thy law. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold and silver. Job. Thy hands have made me and fashioned me. The hands have made me and fashioned me. Give me understanding that I may learn thy commandments. They that fear thee will be glad when they see me, because I have hoped in the word. I know, O Lord, that thy judgments are right, and that thou is faithfulness has afflicted me. Let I pray thee, thy merciful kindness be for my comfort, according to thy word unto thy servant. Let thy tender mercies come unto me, that I may live, for thy law is my delight. Let the proud be ashamed, for they dealt perversely with me without a cause, but I will meditate in thy precepts. Let those that fear thee turn unto me, and those that have none have known. Let those that fear thee turn unto me, and those that have known thy testimonies. Let my heart be sound in thy statutes, that I be not ashamed. Kaf. My soul fainteth for thy salvation, but I hope in thy word. Mine eyes fail for thy word, saying, when wilt thou comfort me? For I have become like a bottle in the smoke, yet do I not forget thy statutes. How many are the days of thy servant? When wilt thou execute judgment on them that persecute me? The proud have digged pits for me, which are not after thy law. All thy commandments are faithful. They persecute me wrongfully. Help thou me. They had almost consumed me upon earth, but I forsook not thy precepts. Quicken me after thy loving kindness, so shall I keep the testimony of thy mouth. Lamed. Forever, O Lord, thy word is settled in heaven. Thy faithfulness is unto all generations. They have established the earth, and it abideth. They continue this day according to thy ordinance, for all are thy servants. Unless thy law had been my delight, I should then have perished in my afflictions. I will never forget thy precepts, for with them thou hast quickened me. I am thine, save me, for I have sought thy precepts. The wicked have waited for me to destroy me, but I will consider thy testimonies. I have seen an end of all perfection, but thy commandments is exceeding broad. Mem. Oh, how I love thy law. It is my meditation all the time. Though through the commandments has made me wiser than my enemies, for they are ever with me. I have more understanding than all my teachers, for the testimonies are my meditation. I understand more than the ancients, because I have kept their precepts. I have refrained my feet from every evil way, that I might keep thy word. I have not departed from thy judgments, for thou hast taught me. How sweet are thy words unto my taste, Ye sweeter than honey to my mouth. Through thy precepts I get understanding before I hate every false way. None. The word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I have sworn and I will perform it, that I will keep thy righteous judgments. I am afflicted very much. Quicken me, O Lord, according unto thy word. Accept, I beseech thee, the freewill offerings of my mouth, O Lord, and teach me thy judgments. My soul is continually in my hand, yet do I not forget thy law. The wicked have laid a snare for me, yet I erred not from the precepts. The testimonies have I taken as an heritage forever, for they are the rejoicing of my heart. I have inclined my heart to perform thy statutes always, even unto the end. Samek. I hate vain thoughts, but thy law do I love. Thou art my hiding place and my shield. I hope in thy word. Depart from me, you evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my God. Uphold my according unto thy word, that I may live, and let me not be ashamed of my hope. Hold thou me up, and I shall be safe, and I will have respect unto thy statutes continually. Thou hast trodden down all them that err from thy statutes, for their deceit is falsehood. Thou puttest away all the wicked of the earth like dross, therefore I love the testimonies. My flesh trembleth for fear of thee, and I am afraid of thy judgments. Ain, I have done judgment and justice, leave me not to mine oppressors. Be surety for thy servant for good, let not the proud oppress me. Mine eyes fail for thy salvation, and for the word of thy righteousness. Deal with thy servant according unto thy mercy, and teach me thy statutes. I am the servant, give me understanding that I may know the testimonies. It is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yea, above fine gold. Therefore I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way. P. The testimonies are wonderful, therefore doth my soul keep them. The entrance of thy words giveth light, it giveth understanding unto the simple. I opened my mouth and painted, for I long for thy commandments. Look thou upon me, and be merciful unto me, as thou usest to do unto those that love thy name. Order my steps in thy word, and let not any iniquity have dominion over me. Deliver me from oppression of man, so will I keep thy precepts. Make thy face to shine upon thy servant, and teach me thy statutes. Rivers of waters run down my eyes, because they keep not thy law. Tazadi. Righteous art thou, O Lord, and upright are thy judgments. Thy testimonies that thou hast commanded are righteous and very faithful. My zeal hath consumed me, because my enemies have forgotten thy words. Thy word is very pure, therefore thy servant loveth it. And I am small and despised, yet do not I forget thy precepts. That righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and the law is the truth. Trouble and anguish have taken hold of me, yet thy commandments are my delights. The righteousness of thy testimonies is everlasting. Give me understanding, and I shall live. Kosh. I cried with my whole heart, hear me, O Lord, I will keep thy statutes. I cried unto thee, save me, and I shall keep thy testimonies. I prevented the drawing of the morning, and I cried, hope. My eyes prevent the night watches, that I might meditate in thy word. Hear my voice according unto the loving kindness. O Lord, quicken me according to thy judgment. They draw nigh that follow after mischief, that are far from the law. Thou art near, O Lord, and all thy commandments are truth. Concerning the testimonies I have known of all that thou hast founded them for. Consider my afflictions and deliver me, for I do not forget the law. Plead my cause and deliver me, quicken my according to thy word. Salvation is far from the wicked, for they seek not thy statutes. Great are the tender mercies, O Lord, quicken me according to thy judgments. Many are my persecutors and my enemies, yet do I not decline from thy testimonies. I beheld the transgressions, and I was grieved because they kept not thy word. Consider how I love the precepts, quicken me. O Lord, according to thy loving kindness. Thy word is true from the beginning, and every one of thy righteousness judgments endureth forever. Princes have persecuted me without a cause, but my heart standeth in awe of thy word. I rejoice at thy word as one that findeth great spoil. I hate the abhor lying, but thy law do I love. 7 times a day do I praise thee because of thy righteous judgments. Great peace have they which love thy law, and nothing shall offend them. Lord, I have hoped for thy salvation and done thy commandments. My soul have kept the testimonies, and I love them exceedingly. I have kept the precepts and thy testimonies, for all my ways are before thee. Tau. Let me cry, come near before thee, O Lord. Give me understanding according to the word. Let my supplication come before thee. Deliver me according to thy word. My lips shall utter praise when thou hast taught me the statutes. My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteous. Let thy hand help me, for I have chosen thy precepts. I have longed for thy salvation, O Lord, and thy law is my delight. Let my soul live, and it shall praise thee, and let thy judgments help me. I have gone astray like a lost sheep. Seek thy servant, for I do not forget thy commandments. That was all of Psalm 119. All of it. Just read the whole lot. It's what have you got? You got Aleph, Beth, Gimel, Daleth, He, Va, Zain, Cheth, Teth, Jod, Kaf, Lamd, Mem, Nun, Samek, An, P, Tazadi, or whatever they Kof, Resh, Shin, and Toy. So however they want to say it, but I just read all of it. That's one hell of a long psalm, man. And I bet you don't get any your pastors, your fathers doing all that. I'm outside, man. If anyone wants to ask me questions, they can come and ask me. I think most people are scared of a true Christian. They can go up to pastors and that because they can yell and scream at them. They can't yell and scream at me because I won't put up with it. I'm like, you don't have no right to yell and scream at me. I can tell you, you can be a human or you can piss off. That's the problem with a lot of them pastors who go and preaching that. They don't have the backbone to go, no, you have no right to talk to me like that. We're both childs of God. Okay, you can calm down or you can piss off. Like the amount of stuff that these pastors say, I go, no. You want to be evil, you want to be bad, you go away. Go be satanic. Because there's a way to see who's Satan and who is godly. If you're a pastor and you're sitting there getting abused, well, you're obviously not the satanic one, are you? When I watch them videos and I'm watching pastors getting absolutely abused, I go, well, we know who the satanic one is, the one who's giving the abuse to the pastor. He's not with God. Because even before Jesus came, like in the Old Testament, it talks all about that, about being good and evil. Like, I mean, I don't know where the Jews got off going, oh, well, we're the number one. Because when they went in, if you read this, it says when the Gentiles believed in the same God, the Gentiles were just as important to God as the Jews were. So I don't know. Maybe it's in their crappy book where they talk about Jesus. He's in the crucifixion, then all Christians are this, but spit on him. But it's not just them, man. I mean, so many people don't have love in their heart. It's all about money. I mean, I don't know what people. I mean, do people remember when they didn't have money and what it was like? Or was it just like, oh, well, I got money now, you can eat shit? You don't deserve life, you don't deserve love? Because that's what it's come across as, man. Like, when I was working, I didn't get love. When I don't have work, definitely not getting love. So it's a bit hard for me to go that people want love. It doesn't exist, man. I mean, the amount of things I've seen, what is this? It's about how you look, how much money you got, how big your thing image you give others. And it's just one thing I've done. You're like, whatever, man. Well, what do you want from her? I've gone out with fat girls before, so you can eat shit. That's the funny thing. I go with girls because of their heart. And I've gone out with some girls, you go, why are you going out with her for? And I go, because she's got a heart. And then you find out they don't have a heart. They're just like every other woman. They forget to look in the mirror. And go, you should be grateful for any person that goes with you. Anybody should be grateful of any human they get. Because it's human. You're human. You're made in the image of God. But these humans are like, no, I deserve this. No, you don't. That's another human. You're a human. You only deserve what a human deserves, what a human can get. I mean, I love seeing all these humans walking around like, well, I deserve, he's this, he's that. No, he's not. He's another child of God as you are a child of God. Like, I don't know how you haven't figured this out yet. Okay? God is the Father, right? We're all his children. Just have a think about that when you were a kid, right? And you had parents, right? Just imagine that's the Father God, and he's got to look after everybody. Everybody's his child, and he's got to discipline you. He's walking, I deserve this, I deserve that, shitting on each other. And I'm like, yeah, you think God's for that? You think God's for shitting on other humans? I don't think you not understand God. When God says love all, you love none. I mean, you see people walking around, they see a homeless person. Oh my God! You know what God does to that person? God goes up to that homeless person, picks them up, and loves them. That's the difference between Jesus and you. Do you understand this? Like, some people, oh, I don't want this person and that person. Well, your God, right? Your God, right? Listen, your God, right, goes up to homeless people and helps them, feeds them. That's Jesus. You know, the person who feeds the birds, all these birds around, that's yet no human is giving them food, like they're feeding themselves because God has provided for them so that the birds can eat, so they can put nests in their trees and that. That's all God. That's all like an architectural design of a creator who can do that. Where birds and all animals don't need us to participate in them feeding. Right? So I've just proven God, right? And then we were all his children, he's our father. So why do you think you're better than someone else's who's a part of the family? Because I know all these, oh, well, I do this, I do that, I do that. Well, pick up this book, right? Pick it up and read it. I'm going to find out you're wrong. That God doesn't care how much money you got, what you've done. It's about what's in your heart. About how humble you can be, how loving you can be, how caring you can be, how kind you can. Because the one thing that God's given you is this planet. He's given you this earth and all the resources on it, right? That was given by God. How many, like, God feeds the birds, right? How many of you paid taxes to God for using his resources? How many? Zero. But you all know God's real, right? God's real. That's not a magic. Oh, it just happens the birds magically know what to eat and plant. It's just magic. No, it's a creator. It's the designer. He designed us too. That's why we have our functions. It's intelligent design, right? Intelligent design. You know, made all this, right? Because I just know so much now. Being older, it's showing me who you people are. Well, you sit there going, oh, you will make every excuse. Every excuse. Oh, it's this way, it's this way. No, we see what you're doing. You want people to work for nothing and then say, oh, come on. No, I've done the maths. Like, they want me to go work jobs for like 35, 40 bucks an hour. I worked it out to be making nothing. It'd be a waste of time. I'd be paying mostly for fuel, rent, and food, and that's it. I'll be basically living for nothing. And that's what you want humans to do, is it? Oh, well, no. That's not life. That's called being greedy. Like, I got medically discharged from the army. I'm a retarded, right? I'm crippled. And I keep telling you that. I am literally a cripple. I can't walk properly. But I told him, no, I want to work again because I like working. I've got an MC license and a forklift job. Every job I've gone to, I nearly wanted to punch the people in the face. Oh, we're only offering you this. It's a really good job. No, it's peanuts. You're paying peanuts. I'm not a monkey. Do I look like a monkey? Yeah, you look like a monkey. No. No. With the cost of living, you want us to work for nothing. The cost of living, you want us to work for nothing. Nah, that's not happening. What has to happen up the top, they need to slash things and just slash it. Because no one's working for nothing. You can get stuff. And what, we're going to get a lecturer from Albanese who's been in politics most of his life? has never done a labouring job in his life, has never like hurt his back breaking it to earn money, I'm going to listen to him. After I've done furniture removals for like 11 years, like as paid, but all up 16 years of doing furniture removals. Then I worked for Star Trek, and then I worked for the Red Cross, and then I went to the army. What have you done, Albanese? Nothing. Politicians, you get paid to do absolutely nothing, but you want to stand there and tell us about how to work and rip us off and buy a house worth $1 million when you've never broken your back in your life. You're a scumbag. You are the problem with this place. You are the problem with Australia. You're a bludger, a bum, and you take all the money and then you expect people like me who have actually worked to go back and work. You're like looking at you going, nah, you're a pig. You're a pig. You can pay for me to work. You're not paying me nothing to work. MC license, forklift license, and my experience. I want to be paid. Now, you just want to play that game? Pay me. And you know where my money will go? To the poor people. That's all I've ever wanted to do is make enough money so I can go and shove the money into the poor people and shove it in your face while I'm giving it to poor people going, this is what you could have done, you rich bastards. But you were too, I'm greedy, I'm this, I'm that. You never worked hard in your life. I've seen most of you rich people. You're scammers. I mean, I look at most of you and I go, what? When have you worked hard, dude? Like, example, Snoop Dogg, rich rapper, right? Look at him. He's built like a freaking iron board. You're going to tell me he worked hard? Wank. Scammer. The scammer. Scam, scam, scam. Don't come to someone like me who's actually busted his ass and tell me that guy's worked hard. Eminem, built like a twig. Oh, but he's the lyrical gent. Yeah? What back-breaking job has he done? What back-breaking job? I worked at a fast food restaurant. Yeah, never done back-breaking work. Shut up. I'll show you. Well, this is a body you have after back-breaking. You get shoulders, you get back, you get soreness, you get pain. Yeah, and that's why when I see you and you got no ridge, no shoulders, and you're going to tell me that you've worked hard in your life. No, you scam. Like a lot of them do. Scam. You know who tells me all this? The Father in heaven. Because a lot of yous aren't going there. There must be a reason why a lot of yous aren't going there. It's a bit like Charlie Clerk, he's going to heaven. Erica, nah. Nah, the Father knows. The Father knows, Erica. You're in trouble. Saint Charlie, yeah, he went to heaven. Bang, straight away. Brilliant, dude. You, after what we saw you do in that fake tears and shit, yeah, the Father saw straight through it. You can't fool him. He feeds the birds. I don't even think you believe in God, do you, Erica? Well, Saint Charlie did, because he's in heaven. Because he knew that God fed the birds. You want to play with God, Erica? And your fake little tears? And all your Israeli people backing you? Doesn't matter if Israel's backing you. The Father's bigger than Israel. Because he's God. I think you all forget that. Yeah. Because they call God Father the Jews do. They call God Father. I call God Father. So they might want to think about that. Who is watching them? The Father who made everything. Well, they say, oh, well, you can't talk. What do you mean I can't talk? We're all made in his image, you idiots. That's how dumb the Jews are. Or we're the chosen people. But every human is made in God's image. So if I believe in the Father, guess what, Jews? I can talk to him. Yeah, because I believe in my God who made me. I'm made in his image. Yous are so dumb. The dumbest people on the planet are the Jews because they live of the world. Live not of the world, and what's in the world, you're not with the Father. I know it's not all Jews because we have some lovely Jews who follow our great Messiah, Jesus. They saw him. They were the Jews who believed in him, who loved him. There's still Jews like that today who love Jesus, who follow him. It's not all Jews. Some of the Jews follow our great Lord and Saviour who died on the cross. They know who he was. They believed in him. They're the best Jews on the planet. Yeah, they're the best Jews. They're the real Jews. They follow Jesus. They're the real Jews. You know? Oh, it's all going to come out because that Netanyahu, he's gone. Like, when you got Jews going free Palestine, you're like sort of like you can't use the Jew shit anymore because the Jews are saying free Palestine, you moron. Like that's the dumbest thing about you're anti-Semitic, and it's like you've got Jews who are protesting Israel, idiot. So there might be you might want to look into it when Jews are going free Palestine. That might be not anti-Semitic. It might be something to do with the Israeli government. Just thinking. You know, when you got Jews going free Palestine, you start going, Israel, you might be up to something a bit naughty here. Like if you got Jews going free Palestine, I'm not the smartest guy, but that says something, doesn't it? You know, like my Jews who follow Jesus, they'd go, yeah. Well, they've been doing it for years because not every Jew is just a Judea. Some of them are Christians who follow Jesus, believed he died on the cross. Because they're Jews, because the first Jews who followed Jesus, the disciples, yeah, they were Jews. Paul, he was a Jew. You know, he was killing Christians and he turned and he went, I've seen the light now. And Jesus, in his mercy, very forgiving, Paul, you've been chosen to serve my name. So, yeah, everyone forgets the disciples were all Jews. Every single one of them were Jews. Paul, Peter, John, Bartholomew, James, Thomas, they're all Jews. I mean, it wasn't a long time. Like, what was the first? Cornelius was the first Roman to get baptized. Like, the first Christians were Jews. That's why it's funny when you Christians are anti-Semitic. Like, what? Jesus was a Jew. When he came into the flesh, he was born by Mary, who was a Jew. You mongers. Like Mary, the mother, was a Jew. So when Jesus came out in the flesh, he was gonna be a Jew. So this anti-Semitic stuff has got to stop. They're really just pulling at sticks with that shit. But really, what should happen now, even in that place, is they should just put a massive pole in the middle and say this is both Israel and Palestine, and walk out laws, right, to not kill people. How about just make it a joint country instead of being just arrogant? Because that's all it sounds like. Man, you can't share. Whereas Jesus told us to share. It's better to give than receive. I mean, that's just my God. So I just don't understand people. Like so many people, everyone's become greedy, man. So greedy. Like I'm a guy who works. I love working. But if you're gonna make it so hard to work, like they forget you gotta if you want to go anywhere, you gotta pay fuel to get to your work site, right? So you're looking at, depending on how far the job place you are, you're looking at $200 a week in fuel. That's $200 already. Then you got your rent, electricity, phone, food. You're looking at you're looking at $1,500, nearly $1,500 before you have any money to save. $1,500. That's everything: land, electricity, food, blah 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 blah. You're looking at $1,500. That never used to happen. When I was growing up, like what was I getting? I was taking home like $600, $400. But I was like giving a little bit of rent. I was living with my dad. I shouldn't be paying shit, but my dad's a rat. Or you blah blah blah, and you're his son. He was such a tosser, man. Oh, I'm teaching. No, you're not. You're not teaching me. I'm your son, you tool bag. Trying to I couldn't save nothing, man. It was just a waste of time. Because the money you're making, why can't you save? What do you think I can't save, douchebag? Everything's so expensive. Even back then, it was like you're earning $400. Fuel was like 90 cents a litre. But everything was still like, compared to what you're making, it was expensive. And it's still expensive. Like you thought the money was going up, but it's not. Everything else has gone up. Your money's gone up like nothing. Like if you're not getting paid over $35 an hour at any job, you are screwed. You are struggling like a mother. Like, and they go, but it's good, man. That's not. It's shit. To the cost of living, because of what they made the cost of living, it's shit money. It's shit. Everyone is working for nothing now. If you're not rich, you're working for nothing. And then people go, oh, come on. No, you're working for shit. I mean, ADF, like they're doing all right because they get rent assistance, right? But what if you're not in the army? You don't get rent shit. You get rent nothing. Especially if you're not on the government. I'm not on government assistance. That's why people are going, oh, what are you? I'm on my pension, my army fucking disability shit. I'm not getting any government shit. I'm not on Centrelink. Like, I'm not on any money. There's like no money. I'm on my disability because I'm disabled. I'm proper fucking disabled. That's what I don't understand. Everyone looks at me like, I'm proper fucking disabled, idiots. Proper disabled. I can't walk. I can't run. And doctor said, not until you're 50 or 60 can we fix your knee. Okay, it's not a reconstruction. My knee, I need a new knee. And the army's paying for it, obviously. But it's going to cost a lot of money to fix my knee, and I can't walk. I'm disabled. And how do people treat disabled people? Well, I'll tell you how they treat it. Exactly. That's how they treat disabled people. Like, I don't pretend I'm disabled, and I don't want anything from you, but I just thought people would be a bit more considerate and loving. Especially when I'm the one who's blessing everyone. I go around blessing people, saying Jesus loves you. And, like, yeah, I'm poor. I'm a poor person, so that's how they look at me. You're a poor piece of shit. You don't deserve life. You don't deserve anything. But then they want it themselves. They're like, oh, well, I'm different. I'm like, how? You're still a friggin' human being, you asshole. But they don't see it like that. It's like, oh, I'm this. And it's like, oh, but you're a man. You should click your fingers and have a magic friggin' wand. And I'm like, where does this magic wand come from? Like, life's life, man. There's no magic wands. There's no fucking magical tricks. And as you can see, you don't see my parents around. You know, I haven't had my parents around. I mean, I ran away from home from 16. I don't know my mum since I was 9 years old. I mean, she brings me up and ha ha laughing. Like, I don't fucking know you. Like, why are you talking to me like an idiot? How about wouldn't you want to know me when you don't know me? I mean, I'm not the one who went to jail. You did. And look how I turned out. I followed God. I didn't turn into a criminal. Most kids who come from a broken home end up being criminals. Not me. I've been abused. I've had women steal all my money because I just felt better being a better person because I come from shit. But these people don't come from shit and they go, oh, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. I'm like, really? Have you ever seen someone get stabbed? No. Oh, but you've had a worse life. You've been more oppressed. I'm the one who follows God. I'm nice and I'm kind, but I've seen stabbings, seen 2. I've nearly been killed 3 times, but I'm still nice to people. Still love you. Jesus loves you. But all these people, oh, I've had this, I've had that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, really? Really? I've been bashed senseless. My head hit the concrete and bounced off. My mate woke me up. My whole face was smashed. No police came, no rescue, nothing. Walked straight home next day, back outside, sticking my fingers up at him, going, bring it on again. You want to fight me? Bring it. Yeah, that's my life, living in the street. Here I am now, out in the street, where I grew up, where all these people say all this friggin' shit. All these ballers, all these gangbangers. Really? You're sitting in a house. You're not out in the hood. You're not hood. You're not street. You're not from it. These are a bunch of liars, man. I'm from it. I'm from the gutter. I live it, breathe it. You aren't from it. You're a bunch of try-hard wannabes. You put your hat on backwards, put the raggy clothes on, think that's how it is. That's not it, dickheads. From the gutter? Yeah, I lived in government flats, man. Broken windows, graffiti everywhere. Had to jump out a window. Some guy was trying to hack me with a fucking tomahawk. Yeah, you've ever experienced that? That's the fucking hood. Not drug dealing. That's just being a drug dealer, dude. That's not gutter. Gutter, actually living in it. Going out your door, worrying about someone trying to stab you with a syringe. Some junkie rat. That's the funny thing. I live with them and never become one. I smoke weed. That's it. Smoke weed, that's it. No heroin, no ice, no anything else, just weed. I don't even drink. But use all wear the frigging clothes, put the hats on backwards and shit. You just have no idea. No compassion, no love, no giving. If you were from the gutter, you give. You're a helping, loving person, man. Most of the people I know who come from the gutter, are loving, caring people, not assholes, because they know what it's like to have nothing. You people don't know what it's like. That's why we can tell you're not from the gutter. Me, 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 me. You ever wipe your ass with leaves? That's the gutter. You got to wipe your ass with leaves. No toilet paper. Sometimes the toilets are locked. You got to shit on the ground. I had to do that at 16 years old. Tears in my eyes. You wanted to eat? You had to steal it. There was no money. There was no home. I was sleeping outside colleges and high schools, trying to warm myself. And then I had friends, good friends. Eduardo Flores, your Flores friend. I will always love you. Jesus loves you. My God, who feeds the birds, Eduardo loves your family for what you did for me. When I was on the street, you took care of me. You took me in. Chileans from another country didn't have to do shit for me, but took me in, gave me a place to sleep, gave me food. I love you to the end of time. Eduardo, I will love your family for the rest of my life. Good people, good family. Jeremy Youngsma, another great family. Took me in when I had nowhere to go. Good people, humane people. You know, who else? Gilesy, he's from the same background as me. You know, come from shit. But he took me in, never an asshole, good man. You know, Jade Williamson, my best friend, to the end of time. I'll have love for him. I'll do anything. He's ever in need. He wants me to kill somebody for him because he's in danger. I'm there. I'm there. It's a blood oath, man. That guy will get anything he wants from me. My best friend, man. Stuck up for me when no one else would. You know, I was going to get my head pummeled at a pub. This guy stood up at me. Come on, all right. I was getting my ass kicked, and Jade come out and just jumped on him. And they were worried about us coming back. And then them three guys stood over us. Like, I'm tall, but they stood over me. And they were worried about me and my redheaded mate coming back. That's why I always love him. He taught me so much about the difference between having balls and heart, completely just being a short guy. I don't know, like 5'8" or something, like 5'9" or something. Like, he's not real tall, but man, he showed me how to have guts and balls. You don't back down from nobody. Doesn't matter how big they are, how tall they are. You stand your ground, you know. And you see me swearing that, but I love the Father. I love God and Jesus. He's righteous. He's good. But there's just so many things I've seen in life, and this place, it's just about money, man. No one has love for anybody. If you don't have money, they say you're a piece of shit and you don't deserve life. But I think they forget when they were kids. They forget when they were kids. When you were kids, did you care about any of that? Nah. And that's why in the Bible it says, be like the little children or you're not welcome in my kingdom. I think that was the message because everyone forgets when they were a child. When you didn't have money, how you treated people. Because I know there's girls that like me, but because I'm poor, they won't even fucking bother to come near me because, oh, you meant to have this for me. No, I'm not. God says you're meant to help me. That's the difference. The government and everyone says men have to look after women, where God says, God, our God, says the women are meant to help the man provide for children. That's God. Compared to what media and news and all that say, oh, men are meant to do this for women. No, God says we are meant to help each other and provide for children, like adults are meant to do. Be adults, feed children. That's God. But what a media that say, oh, men are meant to provide for women. No, we're not. They're not 5. They're not children. They're adults. Grow up. But you don't want to help a man. Oh, a man's meant to this. No, I'm a human being just like you. I have heart, lungs, pancreas, liver, all the same stuff you have in your body. I'm just differently structured because I was the man and you're the woman. You come from the rib. Do you know what woman comes from? Yeah, that word woman comes from man. That's how you got woman. Real. That's come from the beginning of time. Do you know that's where that word come from? Woman. Come from man. That's why it's called woman. That's been around since the beginning of time. And you still haven't figured that out. It's called ignorance. Ignorance, arrogance, no research, just not bothering to pick up books or research anything. I mean, the amount of times I tell people who feeds the birds. Now, look at the birds. That's not a magic trick. There's no magician going, abracadabra, let the birds eat. No, that's an architectural designer. That is someone with a thought outside of time and space who can come inside his creation. It's just as simple as that. It's not a magic trick. You cannot make things that precise and perfect and make it work so well if it's not an architectural design. Now, a lot of women go, oh, well, that's like, no. God's order is for protection against evil. Who do you think we're fighting? We're fighting Satan. He's garbage. He wants you to follow money. That's what he wants. He wants division. He wants pain. He wants you to have pride. He wants you to be proud. He wants you to discriminate people. He wants you to insult people. He wants you to step over people. Yeah, that's Satan. It's all in the book, man. And everyone is following him. They're not following God, because you know what God said? Sell everything and follow me. Yeah, that's in the book. God says, sell everything and follow me. How many people are following Jesus? How many? I'll tell you right now, this many. Well, that's a bit over-exaggerated, but it's not many. If he says he came for the sick, the needy, the hungry, the people who need to be healed, right? And he washes the servants' feet, and then I go to churches, I go to all these people and that. Explain to me. Gee, what did Jesus come for again? The sick, the needy, the people who need to be healed, the blind, the deaf, the hungry. All right. So when you go to these churches, where's any of the food? Where's any of the beds, the open arms, we're here to help the sick and the needy? No, they got their plates to go around going, can you give us money for our castle? I've already told people what I think about churches. Get all the stupid piers out of them and put beds in them and food, and get the homeless off the street and put them in your friggin' churches. And if there's any work that needs to be in the churches, the homeless can do that work for you. There's their job. They're fixing your church for you. Instead of putting them out on the street, calling them shit, how about you do what Jesus asked you to do? Go get the needy and the sick, put them in your churches, smash it, pick up your stupid chairs, throw them out of the church, give the homeless somewhere to stay. How about that? You do that for Jesus. All you so-called pastors and that. Because I know you're living in your big house with your fancy car, right? Well, you preach the gospel, but you don't do any of the gospel. Jesus washed his disciples' feet for the 10,000th time. He went to the lady and said, my water is better than your water of the well. My water is everlasting. God fed 5,000. You're barely able to feed one. I mean, I go past your churches, they're the big as a friggin' castle, man. What kind of crap is that? What kind of Jesus stuff is that? It's not, is it? That's not for Jesus. I mean, I look at the Vatican, I'm like, you're kidding, aren't you? That looks like $1 billion, like more than that, like a couple of $1 billion that building is. How about you smash it down and give it all to the poor and the needy? How about that? Just an idea. If Jesus come for the sick and the needy, right, and was wearing rags, no jewelry, no bling, no cars with rims. No, Jesus was riding a donkey. A donkey. A donkey. He wasn't in a Rolls Royce. He was on a donkey. Well, you're in a fancy church and you're going to say you love Jesus, right? Well, he rid into the temple on a donkey. What are you driving? Are you driving a donkey? No, guarantee you're not. But you say you represent Jesus, right? Well, I got the book and I've got the Father's history too. So all you pastors and bishops are welcome to challenge me anytime you want. When Jesus came for the sick, the needy, the blind, the deaf, the sinners, in rags, went into the pool, right, of dirty water and got baptized by John the Baptist. Well, you're sitting in your castle, right, saying you love Jesus and you follow his word and you do all that he says. Really? How come we still got poor people? If I had your friggin' money, there wouldn't be no poor people on the ground. Maybe that's why Jesus hasn't done it, because he knows I'd do it. When users should be doing it. While you're driving around in your fancy cars, in your big houses. You know you're going to kneel and every tongue will confess that Jesus is Lord, right? You do know that. It's in the Bible. And he says, be like children. I mean, I swear, do you even read this? I just like the attention from your church. I will never, ever go into a church until you serve Jesus. Never. I will never, ever go into your buildings. Because I mean, my whole life, man. When I got out of the army, it was just opened my eyes up, man. Just the way people are, man. Like, I've been in the army, man. I still get treated like a piece of shit. It says, I just can't stand this world. Like, whatever you do, people are just like, oh, well, you got to do this. What do you do? Or, that's right, nothing. But you're so judgmental on everybody else, man. Like, I see all these people walking around like, oh, you're going to do this. What are you doing? I walked into 2 places and walked straight back out. They wanted me to bust my ass for like 30, 35 bucks an hour. I'm like, no. You got guys in here who look like they have a keg on their stomach and you want me to go bust my ass and I bet you he gets paid more. No, it's not happening anymore. You people can afford, you want a worker like me who's crippled. I don't guarantee you'll work harder than your worker. No, I don't care. Oh, yeah, no, I guarantee it. I put money on it. Whatever money you got, I guarantee I'm a hard worker. Guarantee it. I put money on it. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. I've gone days and days without food and still go to the gym and bust my ass there, still lift heavy weights. So, man should not live by bread alone, but every word that comes from the mouth of God. That's why. You know, I've applied for jobs. Jim Pearson's, Lindsay. I've got an MC license. They probably like, you're this, you're that. No, I'm not. I'm a very good man and I talk to people appropriately. It's yous who don't know how to talk to people. Yous are judgmental people. Ask people when they talk, I always bless them and everything. They're the ones who are rude, who don't know how to communicate, who don't know how to say hello, who don't know any, like, the gym. Hello, how you going? And then what's that? What is that? And I get in trouble for it. I bet you I get in trouble for it. They go, oh, Wayne, you do this, you that. Whatever. You don't know how to communicate. I've been talking for what, 57, 58 minutes? And you girls, oh, you've got to have a conversation. You don't know how to talk. It's always a way. No, use nothing. I see some of your bloody internet things. Oh, this is what I had for dinner. Yeah, everyone eats dinner. Look, that's nothing new. You got anything intellectual to say? Oh, what about this? What about that? No, not putting up with it anymore. Not putting up because I hear the same thing. Oh, you don't have anything to say. You don't this, that. Really? What do you have to talk about? Oh, wait. Because I've heard all the conversations and it's the same crap. And then when it comes to like all this other stuff, oh, that's when you want to take notice. That's when you care. Like when you're feeling the pinch, that's when it's oh, this is terrible. This is when guys are talking about oh, well, you're a guy. You should just. It's like, what the hell does that even mean? Don't you realize we're both like I don't hate you women, but you're very like this stuff about I'm a woman and you're a man. No, we're both human beings. We both can die. Like I don't understand. Trees, right? Eat carbon dioxide, right, and give off oxygen. We both need that, right? I don't have a different way of getting oxygen than you. I have to eat food. I have to drink water. I have to go to the toilet. So do you. I mean, I don't understand. Oh, but no. We're human beings. You make it out like we're freaking aliens. We're human beings. And you still can't figure that out. But. No, there are not of some buts. When you talk to that Father up there, right, in heaven, right, when you're with him, there are no ahs and buts. Because in that book, it says you love all or you love none. Even your enemies you love. Pray for those who persecute you. Those who sue you, they want to sue you for a coat, give him your jacket also. Go, here, have it all, you greedy bastard. That's what God's saying. Show them love. Show them how evil they are. I make people run because they don't want to take accountability. They hide from this shit like cowards. Me, I went up to everybody. I confessed all my sins in front of everybody. Don't care. Because God already knows them. So why would I care what you say? Because I know you're hiding yours. Scaredy cats. Oh, nah. Scaredy cats. Boys are scaredy cats. I've confessed every one of my sins, and I'm a sinner, man. But I needed to get forgiven from Him, so I confessed them all to everybody. I've shown everything to everybody, so you can judge whatever you want. Because at the end, God is my judger. He's my judger. He knows all my sins, all my wrongdoings. He knows everything I've done, and I have to. He's my judger, right? You can do whatever you like. I don't care what you do. God's going to judge you. I'm not. I don't care. But I know you judge me. Everything I do. And it's like, you all think I've had the perfect life. Nothing's ever wrong. You're so exceptional. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Me, nah. I'm imperfect. I've done so much shit wrong. I'm a human being. I'm not perfect. So, yeah, I'm going to go home. Come down the park for a bit. Yeah, I was at the gym and I lost it. I had to go home. I didn't even finish my workout, man. It's just pissed me off, man. Like, I'm not saying sorry either. I'll never say sorry when people don't know who the VCs are of our country. Like, you have got to be, like, as an Australian, if you don't know what VCs are, your parents aren't teaching you shit. Like, a Victoria Cross recipient, right? Anzac Day and Remembrance Day are every year. Surely you're going to want to know why we have these things on. Why Australians are so wanting to go to Anzac Day and Remembrance Day. Why are they such an important thing for Australians? Go look it up. Because I'll never say sorry for going at you about VCs. I will never, ever apologise for you not knowing VCs. And then that lady going, leave him alone. No, you youngsters don't know the heroes of our country. You're ignorant. But you know the Kardashians, don't you? You know all the whores, all the players, all the sleazy things, but you don't know Victoria Cross recipients. The heroes of our country. You don't know the heroes of our country. You're pathetic. You're pathetic. I couldn't believe it. Do you know who Cameron Bard is? Do you know who Mark Donaldson is? Do you know who Daniel Kerrigan is? No. What, you don't know any of these VC heroes? Like, you're pathetic. But you know who the Kim Kardashians are, don't you? You know who all the sluts are. But you don't know who heroes are, who gave you the freedom and peace you have in this country. You don't know them. Yeah, it pissed me off. I was throwing shit in my car. I was that pissed off that people don't know who VCs are. Like, no, I'll go a different time. I'll go when no one's there. I'll go like real early, like 1, 2 in the morning. I'm not going to put up with people who just no idea about our country. Oh, just walk around freaking ignorant. I deserve this, I deserve that, and don't even know who the Victoria Cross recipients are. Like, yeah. But anyway, praise Jesus. Sorry for my swearing. I'm working on it. I've been praying to God about it because I hate swearing. I really hate it. And like, forgive me, God. I've got a potty mouth. It's disgusting. So I'm working on it with Him. So that's all I pray for. I pray that people come back to Jesus, man, because this is getting out of hand, man. Like, people are so greedy, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, it's so greedy at the moment. Like, you get a job, you're working for nothing, and it's wrong. Oh, get a job, work for nothing. Why? You're paying us nothing. We're living for nothing. What kind of life is that? And they've already predicted by next year that this is a prediction. We're going into recession. So everyone get ready. Get ready. We're going into recession. We're going to collapse. Australia is going to fall. Because agree. Because we have poor management. And Albanese is going to be known as the worst prime minister we have ever had in history. They are predicting something worse than 1929, the recession of 1929. That was worldwide. They reckon it's going to be worse than that because they're going to have no safety net to go on. They reckon it's just going to collapse and we're just going to crumble. So, yeah, they predicted this. This is financial advisory people, people who understand money. These people are saying we are in trouble because of poor management by governments just printing money out, printing like. I was watching this thing last night. America is like $36 trillion in a debt. We have hit $1 trillion in Australia, but we're basically the same as America because of our population. We basically might as well be $36 trillion as well as America because both of our countries are going to collapse. Canada, the West is going down because of poor management, over printing money. We're in so much debt. Who's going to pay for it? The children. I hope all the adults are telling their children this, that you're going to be paying the debt. Well, they sit there going, oh, come on, children, this, that. Yeah, you're leaving children debt. By the time any of these kids get to adults, it could be around $2, $3, $4, $5 trillion. So I hope your adults are satisfied with yourself or leaving your kids. Yeah, God said look after the kids, not leave them debt. We're leaving them debt. Well done. You loved your children. God bless. Jesus loves you. Repent of your sins. We all need Jesus. I need Jesus because, yeah, I definitely need him. So praise Jesus. Jesus loves you. I love you. God bless. Have a good day.